Right, we've got it. Don't know what it is. Oh, okay, yeah, it's quite a nice roach. I'm trying to lift it out with the rod, but I think perhaps a net's in order here. Well, that's quite a good start. Certainly don't mean I'm catching those all day. That's some line out. Yeah, I couldn't hit the fish in here last time because I had a heavier quiver tip on, and I was really set up for chub fishing, and I'd come down here as a last resort. But that's a good start. Yeah, oops, dropping water in the maggots. Oops, sorry. Well, hi again. I'm back on the rivers, or a river. I'm at Offord Cluny. I must admit I deliberated about coming down to the river today because again we've had a lot of rain, and sure enough the river is marching down a bit, as you can probably see. Anyway, I'm here. I decided to come back to a spot that I fished a couple of weeks ago on the triangle, which is between two trees, and if you saw the video you would have seen that I struggled to hit the bites, and I finally hooked a small chub, very small chub, and it was chased in by a perch. So I thought I'd come back here. I was going to come here last week, but the amount of rain put me off, but I've come here this week, and I think it's probably just as bad as it would have been last week, to be honest. But this swims between two overhanging trees. I don't know if you can see there. There's a tree hanging in the water there, and on the other side there's another tree. So it is a slackish spot, and my theory is, and plans never seem to work out, but the plan is that being somewhat slacker, and given I got quite a few bites here last time that I couldn't hit, and I know there was a perch in the area, so it may be a perchy spot. The idea is to fish in this sort of slacker water under the tree, and hopefully some of the fish would have moved in here out of the main flow. But we'll only know when we try, won't we? So I brought some maggots on the way. I've got some maggots, a few worms left over, a bit of cheese paste in there, but we'll just see how we go. It's a bit challenging. Certainly we've made up, in terms of the summer drought, we've certainly made up for it in rain recently. Anyway, let's get going and see what happens. I'm on the head cam now, so you can probably see the swim better than when I was trying to turn the phone around when I videoed the intro. So you've got a tree in the water here, so that's obviously impeding the flow. As you can see, it's tearing around on the outside, and you've got more bushes and things, so it's all slowing this bit down. And last time I was here I was casting out just beyond that bush, and it was rolling under that bush, and I was getting lots of bites. Couldn't hit them, but a small chub. I finally hit a small chub, and if you saw the video you'll know I think it was almost certainly a perch chased it right into the edge here, so there were perch in the area. So today I brought my 9-foot Shimano Aero X1 feeder rod with a 1 ounce tip, so it's a much lighter tip than I had last time, and the 9-foot rod would be much better for fishing here than the longer rod I had last time. But as they say, the proof of the pudding, whether this theory works or not, I don't know, but certainly it's a lot slacker just in here than it is out in that lot in the middle there. Sitting on a tree branch here. As I say, that should, in that flow, swing round underneath the bush. And hopefully there'll be something in there. Of course, when the river coming down like this, it's possible nothing's feeding at all. And that was a bite, and we've got it. Don't know what it is. Oh, crikey, that's quite a nice roach. I'm trying to lift it out with the rod, but I think perhaps a net's in order here. Well, that's quite a good start. Well, certainly don't mind catching those all day. Let's let some line out. Yeah, I couldn't hit the fish in here last time because I had a heavier quiver tip on, and I was really set up for chub fishing, and I'd come down here as a last resort, but that's a good start. Yeah, oops, dropping water in the maggots. Oops, sorry. Yeah, that's a good start. Right, second cast. Watch that tree though, I don't want to get caught in it. So the trick is just to let it roll under into that slack water. Oh, no, that's gone out too fast. That's rolled right under those branches now, I would guess. Oh, missed it. Yeah, well, there's definitely fish down there, which is good news. Just a matter of hooking them. Something's nibbling. Oh, just a bang. Come on, pull a bit harder. No. Oh yeah. Just very small. Ah, it's a grudge. A little gudgeon. I don't catch many of these days. So that might be what's... What a monster. Look at the size of him. I can't open my hand here, flip out. There we go. As you probably saw, I've got a couple of swan shot on a little link. 5-pound line direct to a 14 hook. You don't know what you're going to get in these places, do you? See, this feels better. This feels definitely better. Yeah, that's another roach. Anything could come along. Well, anyway, the theory, the plan is sort of working, so can't complain. delicate cast really. Good news is there isn't much wind at the moment, although it may come up a bit later. There's rain forecast for later today, yet another bank of rain coming over the country. Still, the river's having a good wash through, they needed it. I wonder if that's gudgeon again. The roach seems to give a much more positive pull. It's probably the gudgeon whacking at it. Oh. I'm balancing the rod on my knee and I'm sitting on the bough of a tree here, so it's all a bit... I don't want to put it in a rest because I want my hand on it. Yeah, something's interested in the worm. Let's hope we get a bit better bite on a worm. Oof, yeah, that was a good whack. I should have let it go a bit more, I think, really. Yeah, I definitely need to go out and let it swing under this bush, it seems. Oh, I think it's just pulling the tail, isn't it? Right, we'll leave it and see if it develops into something a bit more. Look at that go. It's just whacking at it. Perhaps I should have struck then. Oh, gee. Took me worm. Well, I'm back on maggots, so certainly things were having a go at the worm, but I'm in a period now where I'm getting lots of taps, but I can't hook anything. So I guess they're small fish. I don't know if it's my imagination, but the river seems to be coming down a bit heavier than it was earlier. Oh, well, there we go. I think that's another roach. Oh yeah, it's fighting well. No, that's not bad. If I get anything really big under there, I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge, to be honest. Oh, he took it quite well down. There we go. Oh, don't you flip out. There you go, Roachy. Well, I said I wasn't getting any bites. That was quite a good start, wasn't it? Actually, I'd just stopped for to have a drink and a snack bar. That's giving it a bit of a rest was what was needed. I was thinking going back up the top stream today where I caught that lovely perch a week ago, was it? No, 2 weeks ago. But this feels better. I think it's another roach. Get yourself caught in there. I can probably swing you in, can't I? Oh no, that may be a dace. That's probably another reason why we're getting fast bites. That'd be a dace, yeah. Yeah, they always are tricky to hook on a quiver tip. Come out, hook. You're only just in the edge, for God's sake. What am I doing here? Where's the hook? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a dace. I'm going to give a worm a try again. See if we can pick up something a little bit bigger than the miniature gudgeon, but they'll probably have a good go at a worm as well. I've only got a few worms left over from a couple of weeks ago. That was a good pull. Should have gone for that. But I think it's still there. Nah. If they don't pull it round, you can't hook them. Just dragging the end off again, aren't they? Yeah, you see, just pulled the blooming worm off the hook. Slide it up on the line a bit. Right, I think they're grudge, but you never know. I was hoping there may be some chub sort of floating in and out, but obviously wishful thinking at the moment. Yeah, I'm sure this river's got a bit heavier since even I arrived this morning. And, oh yeah, look at that massive great worm. Well, it wasn't a massive great worm, was it? It was quite a small worm, really. He's not even hooked in the mouth, is he? I just caught him. You would not believe, would you, these things going for a worm? Look at him, tiny little fella. But there we go. That's what they do. I think it's the gudgeon again, I'm afraid. I don't know. It feels more than a gudgeon. Yeah. That's more than a gudgeon, isn't it? In fact, that's a better dace, I think. I think that's a better dace. Not massive, but it definitely is a better dace. Yeah. So maybe a lot of these fast bites. Stop it, you! Stop wiggling. Ah, Jesus. Actually, probably dace. High speed duck. Wind assist or current assist. Well, you missed the bite, but I think it's probably the best roach yet. Can't leave the video on all the time because the battery won't last, so occasionally you're going to miss bites and you just see the end game, so to speak. Yeah, that's quite a nice roach, isn't it? That's it. Right, yeah. It's probably the best one today. When I catch a roach like that last one, it makes quite a bit of commotion down there, so it's got a bit quiet, and that's probably the reason. Because I have to hang on to it, because obviously you can see down there the branches of the tree go right into the water. So any fish that gets around that's gone. Well, that could have been a bite. Didn't have my hand on the rod. Difficult to tell, sometimes I think it's debris. Oh, it's gone dead slack. You see, the line went slack, and obviously this little fella had grabbed hold of the bait without really giving much indication at all. Look at the little tiny thing, and obviously moved, well I don't know obviously, but possibly moved the shot. Yeah, too small to move the shot, but the line definitely went slack. A little gudgeon. Just had a little stroll along the bank to stretch my legs a bit, and it's all pretty hostile really. This is as good a spot as any to fish. Oh, that's not very good. Yeah, it's fairly racing through. Gutch again, isn't it? Oh no, it's not a gutch. Gee, oh, it's a tiddly roach. Oh, it's a long way down for me, that. Oh, he found his own way in, that's good. Oh, that was a good pull. Should have got that one. Oh, don't go out there. I think this might be a spot where the dogs go in. Upsetting a few dog walkers, I think, that I'm here. whack. Okay. Something having a go. Yeah. That's another roachy, I think. Oh no, it's a perch. Oh. When I first arrived, I said about perch being in this swim. This is my first one. It's not quite what I was after, but it did. Well, I didn't have the video on, but another dace. Not big, but quite challenging on the quiver tip, the old goat dace. Yeah. 1 o'clock, so I'll probably pack up about 2:02. I usually only do about 4 hours these days. And so another hour or so. Let's see what comes along, shall we? Sort of a sweet spot down there, not too far out, so that it doesn't go too far down under the tree, which is a bit hazardous, but far enough just to get under those first few branches. And me landing net dripping in the maggots. But the plan sort of worked out today. I had it in my mind when I came here today to have a look at this spot. I didn't quite know what it would look like in high water, but it sort of lived up to what I'd hoped, I suppose, that it offered a slack and a bit of shelter for the fish. I was obviously hoping we may pick up something a bit decent, but the roach have been quite nice, and the dace. The gudgeon have been a bit small. To be honest, just the roach and the dace, getting them out down there is quite a challenge. I think if I was to hook a couple of pound chub or something, I don't think I'd get it out, to be honest. It'd be a bit challenging. Well, I didn't even get a bite from this little fella. Look at that tiny, tiny little dace. He was just on when I reeled in. Difficult to get the hook out, his mouth's so small. And it's sort of can't hear. There we go, I think. Yeah, look at him, he's so small. Unbelievable. It's gone very quiet actually. I may pack up earlier than I said, but give it a bit longer, just see. It's getting certainly more blustery, and I'm sure the river's coming down fiercer than it was. The bites have tailed off, not even getting the little taps now. And I'm picking up a lot more debris on the line. I keep getting these slow pulls, and when I pull it in, it's a leaf or something. So I think I may call it a day. It's been good fun, really. As I say, the plan sort of worked. I thought this may work, this swim, and it did. Nothing spectacular, but some reasonable roach and a few dace. See that pull there? It's not a fish. This is what I'm getting nearly every cast now. So I think I'll call it a day. And be thankful for what I've caught. Yeah, and it's blowing up. I think the rain's on its way. I think it'll be a little while yet, but I think it's definitely on its way, as they say. So that's it. Well, that's it for today. The river certainly has come up a bit since I arrived, and I was picking up debris, putting the rod top round, so I decided to pack up a little bit earlier. I can see the car park from here, and mine's the only car in there now, so there were a couple of cars when I arrived this morning, but they've obviously called it a day as well. So yeah, but it didn't go badly really. I had a plan. I thought this might be a good spot in high water because there was a bit of slack with the two trees dipping into the water, and that proved to be correct. Got a few reasonable roach and a few dace, a few gudgeon and one perch, one very small perch, so not too bad really. I'm not complaining. The rivers are really carrying a lot of water at the moment, so anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching as usual. I hope you found it interesting. And as I always say, thank you for those, or to those who give me likes, and especially to those who subscribe to the channel. Not speaking very well, am I? I'm a bit cold actually. Anyway, so as I say, that's it. Until the next time. I hope to get out next week, but I'm not too sure about next week. But hope to get out, but if not, it'll be the week after probably. So until then, it's bye for now as usual, and cheers.